What is going on, guys? We are back with a leg day. I don't know how today's gonna go. With a tripod and I'm running solo, so we'll see how we go. But check out these moody shorts, man. Shout out to I think it's Toucan. Hopefully I'm not butchering the name, but yeah, meant to be beach shorts, but it's not really the weather for it at the moment, so maybe leg shorts instead. Let's get it, man. Leg day. What's going on, guys? We just got done with legs. Monday, finally get over and done with. Don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. Yeah, don't got much else on today, so I probably won't pick up the vlog until tomorrow. Just got work this afternoon, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What's good, guys? Just got back from the gym, and I thought it would be interesting to touch on fasted training. So today I trained fasted, trained relatively early in the morning, 8 o'clock, and I don't really feel like eating, especially prior to a leg day, or too close to a leg day anyway. So I normally train fasted on Mondays or any time that I'm training early. And a lot of people kind of thinking, you know, oh, does it matter kind of around protein synthesis and we lose your muscle when you're training fasted? So I just thought I'd touch on just some kind of nutrition strategies that you could use to combat that kind of fasted training. So first thing, I think a lot of people kind of get, you know, weight loss and body composition kind of a little bit confused, when especially when they're talking around meal timing and the importance of timing with your nutrition. And from a weight loss perspective, guys, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so at the end of the day, even fat loss for that instance, calories in, calories out. So if you're burning more calories than what you consume, thermodynamics dictates that you will lose weight, right? Now, I think where people get confused is there's a difference between weight loss and body composition. Body composition encompasses fat loss, but it also, and a major part of it, is obviously increasing muscle mass. Now, to increase muscle mass, there's a lot of different functions that have to go on in the body, and in particular, nutrient timing can be pretty important when it comes to building muscle. Now, train fasted, right? Simple approaches. If you're training fasted, try and get in some kind of protein or amino acid within about 30 minutes of finishing training. All right, and I think everyone kind of jumps on the not newest, but a recent article from Alan Aragon and Brad Schoenfeld saying that nutrient timing isn't as important, and they kind of just jump to the conclusion without actually reading the whole background of the paper. And if you read the entire paper, you actually see that nutrient timing is more important when you're fasted, and or if you've gone longer periods of time without consuming protein. And that's why it's also important to have a protein feed every 2 to 3 to 4 kind of hours, just to kind of maximize the amount of protein synthesis that goes on throughout the day. So if you can maximize that, you're more likely to build muscle over the course of the day, the month. Obviously consistency counts, right? So if you do this thing one day, it's not going to do anything, so you have to keep doing it. But if you can keep doing these things day in, day out, and pay particular reference to when your last protein meal was prior to training session, and how quickly you get it in after, I think can play a big part in building muscle long term. Now if we flip it on the flip side, and I wasn't training in the morning, if I was training at night, I've had a whole day of eating, my last meal is probably within 3 hours of going to the gym, it's not particularly important. I could probably spend a little bit of time coming home, having a shower, maybe even making a meal before it's actually important to get in those amino acids and that protein to stimulate protein synthesis. But because I'm fasted, I'm at a higher rate of protein breakdown. I really want to try and get in those amino acids and that protein as quickly as I can to slow down that rate and transfer it from a catabolic process or muscle breakdown process into an anabolic process and a state of building muscle mass. Alright, so for those wondering what protein I use, I am currently taking Synth6, the chocolate peanut butter flavor. Tastes awesome, guys, tastes awesome. But if we do flip it around, the nutrients, so 200 calories, 6 grams of fats, quite high for a protein. Carbohydrates 15 grams, again quite high, and protein 22 grams. So using this kind of, especially after something like legs or in off season, when you can afford the extra calories. But if you you don't have those extra calories to go along with, then I do think that probably something like a just a whey-based, normal whey-based protein is probably the best approach. So yeah, I will make my breakfast and I'll show you what I have. So after I have the protein shake, normally cook some breakfast and I'll show you what I have for breakfast. Yes, to the breakfast. So what we got going on here, guys, we got about 45-ish grams of oats. Blueberries, I have no idea how many, but just cooked with a little bit of almond milk. And then over here, 3 whole eggs and a little bit of a salad. So tomatoes, cucumber, and a little bit of rosemary. Rosemary is probably like the only plant we have. Well, bar some roses. We got a couple of rose bushes as well, just to make Valentine's Day a little bit cheaper. I have no idea how many calories I'm consuming at the moment, but I've been able to maintain body weight for about a month to 2 months now, so you know, it should be, you know, if I want to start really cutting down a little bit, I can just count what I'm currently eating and then go from there. I'm picking it's around 2800 to 3000 calories maybe, with a little couple of treats and stuff thrown in there. But yeah, I'm gonna dig into this, and I'll probably catch you guys tomorrow. Chest day, man. We got chest and arms today. Let's get pumped. We're starting with cable crossover. I'm doing 3 sets, high, middle, low. Next exercise, guys, we're going to do incline dumbbell flies mixed with a hex press. Basically just pump some blood into the chest. Last chest exercise, I'm going to actually get straight into some arms, so check it out. Every day's on day.
Because we have to keep our form properly so that we can get a muscle-mind connection, which is the key. Now we're going to switch to the triceps.
Guys, we got hammer curls, man. We got some hammer curls, superset with some bench dips, high reps, trying to get around 12 to 15 reps with the hammer curls, 20 to 30 on the bench dips. Just burn it out. Last couple exercises, man, then we'll get done. Getting busy, man. Must be getting close to summer. Everyone's trying to get shredded. What's happening, people? Just got back from the gym, had something to eat, guys. Now just soaking up the sun, enjoying the weather. That's what I love about spring. Like, it's hot but not too hot, and you get some really good days. You guys would have seen it's busy in the gym, man. Fuck, it's getting busy. It's good, you know, everyone's getting on, achieving their goals and stuff. But I want to touch on just, I guess, like, you know, attacking fat loss, attacking weight loss. Is that, you know, everyone's starting to get ready for summer, good weather's coming out, got to get ready for the beach, whatnot. But just take your time, guys. You know, don't do anything ridiculously crazy, anything drastic. You know, it's not maintainable. You want to try and do, you know, if you can lose half kg to a kg a week, you're right bang on with healthy, maintainable, and sustainable weight loss. And I guess that's what it kind of comes down to at the end of the day, right? Like, you want to be able to sustain any of the body fat and stuff that you've lost. You don't want to just lose it all for summer and then pack it on again during winter, and you go around in this vicious cycle of weight gain and weight loss. So, you know, don't do anything crazy. You know, if you're making progress, guys, half kg to a kg a week, that's pretty much where you really need to be getting. And while we're on the topic of like weight loss and stuff, guys, I was having a chat with someone at the gym today, and just, you know, the pressures of you know, social media and looking a certain way or having a certain look or being X% body fat or whatever. You know, I think it's a bunch of crap. You know, I don't think you have to you know, be a certain body fat percentage year round. You know, if some people, you know, I like to be relatively lean year round, but I guess the key in that is I like to be. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm not doing it for third party, you know, subjective opinions of other people. You know, I do it because that's the lifestyle that I like to live, and I think that's the main importance, man. Like, finding out your goals, and if you've got the goal to get lean and stuff for summer, which is cool, you know, make sure you know the reason why you're doing it, and particularly if it's to please someone else, you know, go out, get girls, whatever. It's only going to last short term. You know, it's not going to last you long enough to sustain it past the summer, right? And that's when you're going to find that you go into that vicious cycle again. Whereas if you can do it for yourself and you know, have some meaning behind why you want to achieve that goal, then it's going to be easier to adhere to long term. And there ain't no magic pill or supplement or steroid that you can take that will take that away from you. You know, stick to it long term. It's a longevity thing at the end of the day. You know, here's what I'm trying to say, guys, is just be healthy. You know, worry about health, have fun with it, you know, do the things you enjoy, and everything will take care of itself, man. Like, don't have to stress. Good morning, guys. We are out and about, just getting in some cardio. I have no idea where we are right now. Just kind of walking the streets and deviating, taking some paths. Yeah. What do we got going today? We're going to do a little bit of a probably another leg workout, actually. We're going to get in and do some legs again. And we have an interesting workshop doing a seminar for my man Johnny at his work. He's putting on some health and wellness kind of day, and yeah, we're going to present around nutrition, give the workers a little bit of value. Hopefully they can kind of take something out of it. Yeah, so got that later today. And I will try and capture some of that so you guys can see what that's all about. Apart from that, man, it's gonna be a good day. I always like to start the day off with a little bit of cardio and stuff, guys. Like, not every day, but at least a couple of times a week. I like the way you kind of feel after doing some kind of activity in the morning, you know, it's good to get outside and kind of clear your head a little bit. You know, set some goals for the day, see what you want to achieve, and yeah, you get home, you're ready to have some breakfast and get shit done. Oh, there we go. We found our way. Funny thing about all the roads and stuff around here where we live, they all kind of just link up, so as long as you keep following one, you're bound to pretty much find back or get back to where you need to be. Almost done with cardio, guys. That's about 45 minutes. Like I said, I just like the way it makes you kind of like set up your day for the, you know, give you a bit of energy, bit of stuff to think about, reflect, and then yeah, get ready for a good day. Mixing up that breakfast meal today, guys. Ran out of eggs, so we're eating some salmon in instead. We had 200 grams of salmon and a little bit of Moroccan style couscous. Basically, we're going to go through just some general importance of good nutrition. Alright, we're going to go through the different nutrients and define kind of like the proteins, carbohydrates and fats. And then actually look at the benefits to a high protein diet, especially from a weight loss perspective. And in particular as well, you can also relate that into aging as well. Portion control, so that's probably a big thing that everyone here can do. They can leave this room today and actually get something out of that. Calorie counting, is it actually necessary? Do we even need to count calories? We've probably all heard, you know, calorie counting and probably seen a couple of apps and stuff that are out there, but do we actually have to do it? Just stuff around food choices, and then obviously any questions that you guys have at the end as well. So, importance of good nutrition. Like we've kind of already alluded to, nutrition and exercise work kind of simultaneously together, basically to help us achieve our health and fitness goals. So, have you heard the kind of 70% nutrition, 30% exercise kind of thing, or whatever the kind of ratios are thrown out there? Yep. I think it's kind of crap. Yeah, it's 100% nutrition, 100% exercise. Right? If you're going to half-fast in one area, it's going to show in the other area as well. So you have to give, especially if you're wanting to look after your health, which I'm sure everyone here is wanting to, and in particular if you're wanting to do it for a weight loss perspective, or change your body or change the current state that you're in, I think it's important to put as much effort into both areas as it is into think about maybe it's one or the other. From a weight loss perspective, it's calories in, calories out. Okay, so whatever energy we put in to our body, we have to balance that out with the amount of expenditure, exercise, daily activity that we're doing. Now, it doesn't have to come from actual physical activity or going out and running or going to the gym or anything like that. That can be just from moving around more from day to day. Parking at the other side of the grocery store instead of parking right outside the front door. Okay, just moving around day to day. It can be fidgeting. Instead of sitting down and work all the time, maybe have a stand-up desk. Right, instead of sitting on a chair, sit on a switchboard. Things like that. That will actually enable us to move more or create more muscles to kind of have to move, which will burn more calories and create more of an energy expenditure side of the equation. But if we want to manipulate weight loss, it's an energy balance thing. We have to manipulate calories coming in with calories going out. Okay. Now, fats itself is probably one of the highest energy dense foods that we can consume. So it has 9 calories per gram. So for every gram of fat that you eat, you're going to get 9 calories associated with that. Okay. Now, basically, fats we're going to use when we're not doing a lot. So right now you're probably burning, unless you've just gone and had some sugar or a cup of coffee with a couple of sugars in there or whatever, we're probably going to be using majority fat. Okay, so we're going to be burning fat right now, just from sitting down. The heart rate is quite low intensity. We're going to be burning fat. And it's only when we start to get into more of the high intensity stuff or consume certain nutrients when that slowly starts to change towards carbohydrate. Okay? But at the moment we're probably consuming fat, and any exercise that you do at a relatively low intensity, you're going to be burning majority fat. Now, has anyone heard kind of the whole if you exercise at a heart rate or a low intensity heart rate, walk on a treadmill on an incline, you're going to burn more fat rather than doing high intensity. Everyone kind of heard that one. What are your current thoughts on that? Essentially you do burn more fat. Okay, you burn more fat in that session, but that doesn't mean you're going to burn more fat, body fat, overall long term.